Hello, Taurus. This is Annette, and I am your empath astrologer. And we are here to talk about May. Now, May is going to be a crazy month. April was fantastic. I think you felt wonderful in April. I saw so much positive energy throughout the month of April going on in Taurus. Your sun was opposed a lot in April, but I think for the most part, you were humble enough to look at things for what it was and look at the energy as like, okay, this is going to be a month where I have to fine tune my life. I've got to plant as many seeds possible. You really resonate with energy like that, where you're sowing seeds and you're remaining very practical and grounded. You're looking at your life as a whole and looking at the long-term goals, and you are really manifesting true hopes and dreams during that time. And April was wonderful. May is a different energy. It's going to be a different energy for all. And let me tell you why. I'm going to start out by describing the energy in May, and then I'm going to tell you how it applies to you. On May 1st, Mercury enters Gemini. Now, for you, this is going to be going on in your second house. And when Mercury enters Gemini, the planet Mercury is home. It's at home. So it's feeling wonderful. Everybody's, telling it that it's just happy to see him, and the arms are opened up, and just in general, Gemini energy is feeling really good at the very, very beginning of the month. And so there's a lot of energy in making you want to move forward very strong with all of the stuff that you were doing in April. You can see that all of the seeds that you planted in April are going to be generating just a wonderful future for you. And so you're going to want to be putting a lot of passion into that. I see you, because you're such an intellectual sign and such a planner with energy, I see you taking this energy and doing a lot of research, internalizing this energy. I see you focusing this energy and honing it down to a science. You're going to use this intellectual energy to get to the next levels in your life in the beginning of May. May for you is going to be a big month about, okay, what do I need to do to really, really manifest everything? Now, on May 11th, Mars enters Gemini. That's when actually the 3rd is when I believe that energy begins to switch. Now, when Mars goes into Gemini, Mars is the planet of passion. It's a doer planet. And you're going to really resonate with this doing energy. You're going to really resonate with the need to take all of these ideas and manifest something from them. So it's really going to energize you. You're going to feel like you want to conquer the world, and that you have all of the power to do that, because Mars is going to go in and fill everybody with this self-confidence that is just incredible. However, I'm worried about this energy with Taurus. Okay, Taurus is never like me to say this, but I'm honest about Taurus energy. I love Tauruses. I hope to end up with a Taurus. I've said this 100 times. But there is a dark energy to a Taurus. They are so sensitive and so loving, and they put up with so much crap until they can't anymore, and they blow. They truly do. They just blow. There's only so much they can take. My problem is, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up, is because Mars is going into Gemini. Gemini is this fiery energy that can be argumentative and it likes to get into debates. And combined with the Taurus energy, when you guys get fired up, you're passionate anyway, you're stubborn about your ideas. You can tend to be controlling and push your ideas on people who may not be ready for your type of mastermind. Like, I mean, I'm not saying people are stupid, but I'm just saying that you're so forward thinking sometimes in areas that people can't possibly understand. Because for you, you have an acute mind to achieve possessions and value inside yourself as well as outside possessions. You just have an instinct that not everybody gets to have. And so you can become very, very opinionated in other people's lives. I think you're wonderful as like life coaches as far as helping people to get ahead. I do think that you can become very manipulative in that power, however. I'm worried about the Mars power in there. The higher vibration of this power, you guys could go through and manifest amazing change in people's lives as well as your own. You could take all the ideas that you have been working on in April and you can fine tune them. You can take your business literally to the next level. I see that very, very possible in the near future for you. Low vibration of this energy, you can become a tyrant. You can be pushy. You can your ego can be overflooded with the way it sees things. It's not realistic. Sometimes you get caught up in all the feeling because all your senses are fired up about this idea you have for your future. And so sometimes that can get away with you and you can be pushy and force it on people. And you don't want to do that, because Mars will be in there egging you on to go lower, I think. So hopefully you're a brilliant mind. I know that you can tune into the high vibration of this energy and help it move you forward and keep you moving forward. Now on May 18th is the next energy I want to talk about. And on May 18th, Mercury is going to retrograde in your second house. What this says to me is that there is some fine-tuning to do in the work that you have been, all of the seeds that you've been planting in April. There's some fine-tuning, there's some tweaking that you need to do. And sometimes when ideas get really exciting and get really, really big, we want to just go forward with them with a gusto. You're not so hasty like that normally. Normally you have a much more broader mind than most people. So I see this energy being different for you. But I do see that you want to push through it. And Mars is going to be egging you on. But then Mercury is going to be in there telling you, I don't want you moving forward. I want you to fine-tune this. I want you to fine-tune your idea for the future. I want you to fine-tune the value that you place on others and the value that you place on yourself. I want you to think about your morals and your ethics. I want you to think about what you're going to do to achieve your success. Are you going to cut corners or are you going to be an ethical person? That's what the Taurus energy is going to be about. Now, I do want to say that we are going to be having a full moon in Scorpio. Now, you are a very, very sensitive sign, and this is going to be on May 3rd. And so I really want to make you aware of this energy so that you can get the most out of it. Now, remember, I'm all about manifesting the positive end of energy. And I do get nervous that this is kind of a heavily aspected full moon. And anytime a moon is in Scorpio, it's just a freaking very sensitive moon. And for you, it's going to be in your 7th house. So this is going to be in your house of partnerships and marriage. Perhaps in April, you met somebody that just blew your mind and you thought, this is it. I found the one. Like, how did I get so lucky? Like, everything was going terrible for the longest time, but I found somebody. I think secrets are going to be revealed about this person. I think that partnerships are going to be reevaluated by you. Definitely. There's something about the situation that you weren't aware of. There's something about this union or this business partnership or this collaboration between people in your life that you thought was going to manifest a future that you weren't aware of fully. Or maybe somebody just didn't, maybe you were deceptive. And maybe you did something in a partnership. You kept something out that is a make or breaker for the other person, but you wanted this person so bad, so you deceived them in a way. It's not like you lied, but you didn't tell them. Pluto's going to bring all this out. And Saturn. And this full moon is so heavily aspected. I'm going to tell you how heavily aspected it is. Okay, so Mercury in Taurus energy, okay, is going to be opposed by Saturn, and then Mars in Taurus energy is going to be opposed by Saturn at the same time. So you're going to be halted. It's going to be stopped dead in the tracks. Something is going to halt this union, this partnership, this collaboration, this combined resource type thought process. It's going to stop it in its tracks, and I don't know if it's going to be your partner that's going to do it or it's going to be you that does it, but there's going to be a reality check for sure on May 3rd. Then on May 7th, Venus moves into Cancer. Now you're a sensitive sign. It's why I so deeply adore Taurus energy and people who have are Tauruses, is because I think they're often misunderstood. They're portrayed as these controlling, crazy people that just are jealous all the time and they're just hypersensitive. I find them beautiful because deep underneath the solid structure of a bull is just a mushy, beautiful, lovey thing. And I truly love the energy of it. I think there's a high vibration and a low vibration to every energy. Of course there is. But there's a high vibration and a low vibration in every sign. So you're not going to find the most ideal sun sign for you because there's a lot that goes on in people. So with Venus moving into Cancer, this is going to make you attractive. Venus is going to make you just shine and sexy more than normal. And Venus wants to feel good. Venus was opposed a lot last month in Gemini, and so Venus wants to feel good in Cancer. It wants to just love everybody, love its partners, and I think what happens on May 3rd may make you either available and just attractive to others, or it just may be something that you have to really talk about with your partner and work through, but may turn out in the long run to be okay. Maybe. There's a lot of energy that's opposing Neptune in Pisces. So to me, there's a lot that's behind the scenes this month for a Taurus that they've got to work out in every single sun sign this month. Then on the 9th, Mercury in Gemini squares Saturn, and Neptune in Pisces squares Saturn. It's just another day that I think communication, what's happening is before Mercury retrogrades, there's a shadow period where the energy starts to slow everything down. So communication is being halted even before May 18th. And so you're starting to feel that just, I need to talk about all this stuff that I had for my future. I need to move forward with it. You're stubborn, so you're going to want to push forward. You don't care what the energy is telling you. Don't do it, Taurus. Don't. Don't work against energy. Work with energy is what I preach to everybody. And so I really just want you to work with the energy and say, okay, this is not move forward energy. This is quiet energy. This is energy I meditate on. This is, I maybe get, through meditation, I may get some sort of spiritual enlightenment that tells me instinctually to go in a different direction. Now remember, you're highly sensitive, so you can be highly sensitive to what the universe is telling you as well. And then on the 14th and 15th, for everybody, it's going to just to be a hot mess day. I urge you to not talk. Don't talk during this energy. It's just not even freaking worth it. People are drama and pissed and violent, and, you know, everybody's going to be mad about something. They're going through their own personal struggles, and it's just a day for you to stay home. Don't talk to people about it. Sit on what happens. Watch what's revealed. You can be very quiet when you want to. And so just watch what goes down and evaluate it all, and work behind the scenes on this one. Absolutely. And that is because Mars and Gemini and the Sun, your ego in this Taurus energy, are going to be opposing Saturn again. And then Neptune and Pisces is opposing Mercury and Saturn. So there's things coming to light. If you could not move forward, if you could just look at the energy for what it is, something needs to be revealed for you, something important, something that is you couldn't have saw before all this energy. This is to protect you and your forward energy. And so whatever's revealed to you, if it hits you as deeply as I think it's going to because you're highly sensitive, just know that somebody out there higher than you, your spiritual guides, are out there protecting you. Okay? So then on May 16th, we get a little bit of break-in energy. Venus in Cancer starts to trine Neptune and Pisces. And this is going to make you feel wonderful. It really, really, truly is. And I think that's because it's leading up to the new moon in Taurus, your new moon. And so there's a lot of support for you. There's just, you feel more attractive, you look more attractive. Others are just drawn to you. You just radiate some sort of self-confidence that you just, you didn't have before. Get out and mix and mingle. Live it up, because by the end of the month, all hell breaks loose. So we need some time to just go have some fun. Life is about balancing energy. So for, at the end of the month, you got to take on the world. Let's go have some fun right now, right? And then on May 17th, there's a new moon in Taurus. Normally I would say, yay, it's your new year. It's your new moon. Like, for some of you, this month is going to be your solar return month. And so it's, you have a lot of heavy energy right up to your solar return date, to your actual birth date. And then you get to move forward, and whatever goes on your new moon is how the energy is going to be moving forward into the year. This new moon, however, that's what I'm going to say about it. I hate it. I hate this freaking new moon. Normally I would say we're planting a bunch of seeds. This is time for manifesting energy. But the thing that bugs me about this energy is there is a yod that starts to form. And it goes from now. It started in April. And then it continues to go throughout all the way to the end of the month. And I am telling you, there's a message coming from the heavens. The universe is trying to tell you something. But in order for us to listen, we have to go through opposition as human beings. We don't pay attention when all of it's going good, because we just go away with our bad selves. So this yod is a question. It's a question by the universe. It's asking you to figure something out. I like to say that a yod is like a room, and there's a key lost, and you got to go find that key to get in that room, to get to a table that has a secret message on it, and you've got to decode the message. And through that revelation is your next step in evolution, in your soul, in yourself, in Taurus energy. But you've got to go through all those steps first. And it's difficult because it's not like, there's a book on how to figure out a yod. It's your own personal journey with the yod, with your question from the universe. And so for you, the top of the yod is going to be in Pluto and Capricorn, right? This is an earth energy. This is about stability. This is about you getting you to the next level in your life. This is about creating those financial resources that you are striving for. And it's going to be then at the bottom of the yod, on the bottom of the quincunx, is going to be Jupiter in Leo. Now you've got a malefic planet squaring on, or like opposing heavily a benefic planet. So these two are going through a power struggle. Who's going to win? Is it going to be the energy that wants you to turn in and solve latent issues, solve addiction issues, solve secret agendas? Is it going to be, that's Pluto, just the darkest stuff of you? Or is it going to be fun-loving Jupiter that just gives you all the blessings you want so that you can go forward? Have you been good? Have you been working on yourself? If not, I think you're gonna have the Pluto side of the yod, where it's an internal process. If you have been working on yourself, then it's going to be through Jupiter, through expansion, and through opportunity that you figure out this yod. But it's your own personal journey, and this is going to go on through the end of the month. It's been going on since April. And I talked a lot about it in my daily energy readings, about how to work through a yod. Then Mercury goes into retrograde. The one thing that I truly notice that I find really just interesting about this energy is that Mars in Gemini and the Sun in Taurus, your ego in Taurus energy, is going to be opposing Saturn in retrograde. So there's something having to do with your past, again, that you're going to have to look back on. This isn't about pushing forward anymore. This is about you still have some issues that you need to work through. There is something in your life that you consistently do that you haven't fully tackled yet. And through your yod and through working through this retrograde energy, you're going to get to it. You just have to do all the homework. And Venus is going to be opposing Pluto and Capricorn. See how all the retrograde energy is opposing everything all at once? I find that kind of fascinating. I find that Pluto's in retrograde, Saturn's in retrograde in Sagittarius, and then we have Mercury in retrograde. It's just a time that I find there's a hidden message in the universe about us diving into our past and working through all of the things we do to self-sabotage ourselves. And I find this energy is going to be very, very dear to you, because for you, this is working in how you value yourself, how you achieve personal affirmation. You usually do it through what you own, by what you look like, by how you appear to others. But this is a much more internal thing, because this has to do with your ego, how you see yourself, how you value yourself. And it has to do with some past issues that you've been having over time, that you want to sweep under the rug because you want to move forward. You want your life moving in the direction you want it to go. You don't have time to sit there and go back into your past right now, but you're not going to have much of a choice. Because when Mercury goes into retrograde, if you fight against a retrograde, you will find that all communication will be halted. Communication devices will become ineffective. Computers will go down. The internet won't function right. Even your car can stop commuting to your job if it's too distracting. The energy is that real in this kind of with this kind of power. So I really, really want you to truly respect Mercury in retrograde. Don't be so stubborn. Don't dig your heels in, Taurus. This isn't the time for that. This is a time to work with energy and for you to get ahead in life. Because I know Tauruses are over getting their asses kicked every 5 minutes. I know they are. Now, at the same time, you've got your yod going on. So it's all about your path. It's all about the question. It's all about something is going on in life that you need to figure out on a really large, monumental scale. I'm positive of it. Then from the 21st to the end of the month, all freaking hell breaks loose in Gemini. If you have any Gemini placements, it is a really good time for you to understand where Gemini is in your natal chart. And you can do this by going to cafeastrology.com. It's free. If you don't have a natal chart, you can request one from me. I can run one for you. I can talk to you about your Gemini energy in your chart and how this is going to affect you. But for the most part, you can get it free by just going to Cafe Astrology. The yod is up there in the sky from this time forward, and it is doing what it does. And you're figuring out this yod through opposition from the universe on every level. Just to give you an idea of the opposition you'll be dealing with, your sun, Mars, Venus, and the moon are all in opposition with retrograde energy. Retrograde energy in Pluto and retrograde energy in Saturn. And you've got your yod going on at the same time. The quincunxes are, those are oppositions. Those are absolute oppositions to Pluto. So this is deep. This is internal work. This is something you're not facing about yourself. This is something that is ego-based, that you have not got a handle of, and you are refusing to admit to yourself. And so Saturn and Pluto is not having it. And Mercury in retrograde is not allowing you to get away from it. You can't just go run off and distract yourself with people, because you know what? They, A, have all their own crap going on, and B, it's going to make it really hard for you to be out there communicating with people, because things are just going to start to go wrong, and you're going to have to resolve them at home by yourself in an internal process. I want to prepare you because the whole end of the month is this way. Now, I can go through every single day and tell you every opposing energy, but I'm not going to, because it's all that kind of energy. It's all energy in Mars, Neptune, it's Mercury, the sun, the moon. It just all hell breaks loose at the entire end of the month, from the 21st to the 31st. There is no letting up on this energy. None. So here's what I have to say to you. I am doing that free service through Facebook. I'm doing a daily energy reading. I am going to be there for you. I'm going to tell you how to get through these energies. I'm going to tell you how to manifest the most out of these energies, how to focus, how to stay in a light source in this energy instead of in the dark side of energy. I want you to focus always on manifesting the highest vibration of any energy, even when it's fully opposing each other all freaking month long. Toward the end of the month, you can find high vibration in that energy. You can. I can. I know I can. I know I do it every day. I fight energy. And I want you to become a fighter. Well, you are a fighter. You're a Taurus. You don't have time to lay down. And this is in the sweetest spots of you. It's all in your second house. It's all in how you value yourself. It's all in how you value others. It's all in how you trudge forward in your life to achieve your goals. It's the deepest part of a Taurus energy. So this is something very personal with you. But I'm here for you. If you want to join me on Facebook, like I said, you do not have to subscribe. You just go there and you just punch in my name and you can read them. They're all public. And you don't have to be a Facebook friend. I hope this works out for you. I hope that you have a wonderful month. I hope you take All of this for what it is. It's internal work. It's fine-tuning you. It's fine-tuning your weaknesses and making them into strengths. It's power through opposition, but it's power. You can achieve personal power. Pluto is about power. How you have power and how you give your power away to latent issues within inside yourself. This has something to do with how you value yourself through maybe things and material items, and maybe through the wrong things. You need to value yourself from the deepest parts of your ego. You need to, if you lose everything, say, I'm still an amazing person. I still can handle this life. And nobody can tell me that I'm not a good person. I don't care what I did in the past. That's not who I am right now. That's what this energy is going to be about. And I look forward to talking to you again next month, Taurus. And just to let you know, I am kind of toying with the idea about, doing those weekly readings for you. But for now, I'll see you next time.